WGA Team WJTS News, I'm Prisma Lopez-Marin. Thank you for joining us. On Saturday, high school marching bands from across the state participated at the 43rd Annual Indiana State School Music Association State Finals at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The marching Wildcats of Jasper High School stepped off at 10 in the morning, performing first in Class B competition. The Wildcats performed in one of the larger classes, which is based on the size of their student enrollment. Class B bands are any school with a student body grades 9 through 12 with 1,000 to 1,699 students. Jasper, under the direction of James Goodhue, placed third in their final competitive state performance of the year, improving one spot from their fourth place finish last year. Taking home first place for Open Class B was the Northview Marching Knights from Brazil. The day concluded with the competing bands of Open Class D, which are categorized as a school with a student population in grades 9 through 12 with up to 569 students. Bringing the heat once again this year was the four-time Class D defending state champion Forest Park Marching Rangers of director Chad Gaso. For Forest Park, winners of 10 titles overall finished second place behind this year's Class D champion Springs Valley. The Southridge Marching Raiders, under the direction of Lenny Butler, also competed in Class D competition and finished 10th. A Birdseye woman was placed under arrest late Saturday morning after she attempted to obtain a controlled substance by fraud at a Jasper pharmacy. Just before 12 noon, Jasper police were called to Sheldon's Pharmacy along 2nd Street in Jasper and learned that a female at the location, identified as 43-year-old Amy Shaber of Birdseye, was attempting to refill a prescription without permission of the person the prescription was written for. Police say Shaber was at the pharmacy when they arrived and say their investigation found that she had attempted to fill the pickup of a controlled substance written to a second party. Shaber was taken to and booked into the DuBois County Security Center on a charge of attempting to obtain controlled substance by fraud or deceit. An altercation at a Jasper hotel early Sunday morning led to the arrest of a pair of Huntingburg women. Jasper police say just after 5:30 in the morning Sunday, officers responded to the Super H motel located near the crossing in reference to a fight that was in progress in the hotel's front lobby. Upon their arrival, police say one female was still in the lobby and the other had returned to their room. An investigation by police found that a mutual altercation had taken place between 28-year-old Norma Gutierrez and 21-year-old Jasmine Voles, both of Huntingburg. Police say both had minor injuries, and they also were both taken into custody and taken to the DuBois County Correction Center. Both were charged with battery and disorderly conduct. According to District 48 State Senator Mark Messmer of Jasper, the sale of alcohol is a huge industry, generating more than $200 billion in sales throughout the country every year. As Americans continue to support this industry, it's important for lawmakers to take a look at alcohol laws to ensure they are up to date. Senator Messmer says this past year, the Indiana General Assembly passed 3 measures related to the sale of alcohol and alcohol permits.
Senate Enrolled Act 177, which I authored, clarifies various portions of Indiana alcohol policy, including allowing convention centers, restaurants, and hotels to sell alcohol from a temporary bar or service window as long as certain conditions are met. Also, it strengthens Indiana's residency requirements for owners of packaged liquor stores, since large, out-of-state retail liquor chains have attempted to bypass previous residency requirements in the past, and it allows hard cider producers to refill 64-ounce containers, known as growlers, with their product. Many hard cider producers in the state were already utilizing this practice, since Indiana law allows beer producers to do the same, but they did not realize they were breaking the law.
Messmer also says Enrolled Act 172 changes the numbers of guest days a private club is allowed to hold from 1 per week to no more than 4 per month. This law provides private clubs the flexibility to hold multi-day guest events within a month rather than being limited to 1 per week. And Senate Enrolled Act 169 allows restaurants owners whose restaurants are on or adjacent to a brewery to sell beer manufactured at the brewery for carry-out. Mesmer says this law simply codifies what many people thought was the existing law, making it clear that these owners can sell beer for carry-out. He says these are examples of trying to keep Indiana's alcohol laws up to date with an ever-changing marketplace, while realizing the importance of reasonable regulations on the alcohol industry. Of course, you can contact Mesmer's office directly with your questions and concerns by email at senator.mesmer@iga.in.gov or by phone at 1-800-382-9467. Residents of Jasper and Huntingburg are reminded that street departments crews in both communities will kick off their annual curbside loose leaf collection this week. Officials with the Jasper Street Department say, as in the past, the street department will attempt to collect residents' loose leaves on the same day as their trash pickup day. Residents are asked to have their loose leaves in the gutter by 7 in the morning that day. Limbs, twigs, rocks, or other yard debris cannot be included in the loose leaf pile due to the potential for damage to city equipment. They want to assure residents that in the event leaves are not picked up on the day designated due to heavy collection or any other unforeseen events, they will pick up as soon as possible. Now, for the City of Huntingburg Street Department, too, will begin weekly leaf pickup this week for Huntingburg residents. Like Jasper, they too say leaves must be collected and placed near the curb in order for equipment to reach them. Leaves will be collected south of Highway 64 on Mondays and on Tuesdays, and north of Highway 64 on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Residents are asked to avoid placing piles of leaves on the street before pickup begins in order to avoid clogging and damage of storm drains. For more information, contact Rachel Steckler at 812-683-2211 or by email at rsteckler@huntingburg-in.gov. Stay tuned. Weather and sports still to come on 18 WJTS News.